Hi everyone and welcome back to a new video. Thank you so much for tuning in. As per usual, my camera cut out on me literally just as I was finishing the video. So obviously we're refilming this again. You guys will see this later today. Today is Sunday. I don't know what date it is. Is it the 15th? Is it something? I think it's the 14th, 15th. It's the 15th today. But as you guys may know, on Tuesday the 10th of September earlier this week I went to Disneyland Paris for the day with my dad. So I wanted to come and share the pros and cons of going to Disneyland Paris for the day. For some reason, every so often there is kids and people shouting outside my window and cars, so I'm sorry. Also, it's a nice day, so people are blaring out their music, which I hate, but there we go. And if I talk really fast, it's because I didn't charge up my camera because I'm a terrible person. So I'm going to talk really fast and try and get through this eventually, you know, and hopefully not have my camera cut out on me. So I have 3 pros and 3 cons. So I'm going to start with the cons and then move on to the pros. And I haven't even announced this video. Today we're talking about the pros and cons of doing Disneyland Paris in a day. Obviously this won't be relevant to some people, and I'm sorry for that. But to those of you who can get to Disneyland Paris for the day, this video is for you. So let's start with the cons. Number 1, you will be rushed and you won't see everything. So I had like kind of a loose list of things I wanted to do. Fair enough, I did get to do 5 rides and 3 meet and greets, which is fantastic. But I didn't get to see the show. So I didn't get to see Reverend Mother Pride Lands, and I didn't get to see Jungle Book Drive, because obviously it's the Lion King season on at the moment. So you don't get to see everything. There's also like little rides I wanted to do that I didn't get to do. So yeah, you won't see everything. You really need to figure out what is it you want to see. I guess it's kind of like when you go to Walt Disney World, where they say you won't see everything, so kind of pick the things you want to do. So thankfully we were lucky. In the first hour and a half of being in the park, we'd done the meet and greet we wanted to do, which was Jessie, and we'd done the ride we wanted to do, which was Phantom Manor, because Phantom Manor was a walk-on. So we were very, very lucky in that respect. So you will be rushed and you won't be able to see everything. Con number 2, it is tiring, it is shattering, it's knackering. I cannot emphasize that enough. So I woke up at 2 AM in the morning, yes, 2 AM, and we got the cab at 3:30 in the morning, got to St Pancras after just after 4 in the morning. I got the train at 5:40 AM to get into Gare du Nord at 9:15. Then we got the REB South train to Châtelet-le-House, and then from Châtelet-le-House we got the RER-A train to Marne-la-Vallée. So basically, if you take out French time and just focus on the English time, well, GMT, it took 6 hours in total from getting the cab to getting to Disneyland Paris. It was about 6 hours, and that wasn't even when we were in the parks. It was about 6.5 by the time we got in the parks. So it is a long journey, and then it's the same coming back. We left the park about 5:45. Really went on the train till about 6. And then we got back home about midnight. So again, 6 hours coming back as well. So it is... It's a long day. It's very long and it's tiring. I even like got Thunder Mountain fast passes for about 6 o'clock in the evening in Disneyland Paris, but I was just so shattered and so knackered. Oh my god, I burped. I'm so sorry. Why can't I edit this stuff out? Oh, I'm so sorry. And I realised that I was just too tired. I was sitting in the vape area with my dad, and because my dad vapes, and I just realised I'm just too tired. I can't do this. I can't do any more. So yeah, unfortunately that's one of the side effects, and you will be tired and you will be shattered, and everything is sort of an effort, and no matter how much the Disney magic kind of infuses you and kind of takes over and consumes you, you will still be absolutely shattered, and you can't just go back to the hotel for a nap. You have to just keep going, because going on to con number 3, you don't have that much time in the park. So it's not like you have like a crazy amount of time. So at the moment, if you went to Disneyland Paris, you'd have 13.5 hours in the park if you are on property or an AP, so you can get the extra magic hours. You don't have that. You literally, we had I think about 6 hours in the park. Usually we do about 8 on an average day when I'm there on like when I'm staying on property, but we only did 6, and even then it was just go go go. Like we didn't walk up and down Main Street. We did the arcades, because every time we were on Main Street there was either Stars on Parade in the afternoon or there was Jungle Book Drive during the day. You just don't have... I basically took 2 photos of the castle, and bearing in mind when I go for 5 days I usually take about 200 photos of the castle. Like, I didn't get time to appreciate the castle. Like, I didn't get time to like kind of look at things around me, so kind of look at the Halloween decorations in Frontierland, kind of look at the changes happening in the parks, like kind of the Autopia, like that's covered in scrim at the moment, but I didn't have time to really kind of look at it, didn't have time to kind of look at the construction going on, like well, what kind of the work that's happening. It's a Small World, like if you could see anything. Didn't get time to meet a princess, not that I wanted to, because it was Blanche and Belle. I would have preferred Aurora or Rapunzel, but like if I wanted to meet one of them, I didn't really have time to meet one of them. So yeah, you are very, very rushed and you don't get to see everything. So kind of these three cons sort of go into one another. You're very rushed, you don't have that much time, and you will be tired. But I guess when you go to a park in a day, no matter where you are in the world, that's basically going to be what it's like if you just do something in a day. It's like when you do a day trip anywhere, it's sort of the same. And then for pros, number one, it is cheap, well, cheaper than if you went for a long stay. So usually I go for about 5 days and it's usually around the 2,000 mark. That's with everything included. Where going for the day is a lot cheaper than that. So with the park tickets, which were they're at the moment until the 30th of September, they're at child discounted prices, so only like £45 each for adults. And then the Eurostar on top, so leaving the first Eurostar out in the morning from St Pancras and then coming back on the last train from Gare du Nord at night, it was just over £100. So in total it was about 200, I think just over 200 for both me and my dad for the travel side of it and the park ticket side. But what you need to factor in on top of that is obviously your travel insurance. Even if you're going for the day, you need travel insurance. The cab we had to get in the morning, the money for food, and then spending money. So once you put all that on top, it was pretty much double that in the end, which again is not the end of the world. It's not, if you save up your pennies, if you book in enough time in advance to do it, it's not that bad in comparison to what you would have done if you do the 5 days. So it is cheaper. So if you do have that little extra pocket money and you're like, I really want to go, obviously if you're an AP it's even cheaper because you don't have to worry about park tickets. So there is that option there, should you want it, to do it in a day, because it's obviously it is a lot cheaper. Pro number two, you get your Disney kick. So if you're like me, I haven't been to the parks in 16 months. It's been a long time, so I got to go and have my Disney kick. Obviously I'm going to California next month for a longer period, but I wanted that Disney kick sooner than waiting. Although, I mean, even this trip's coming up quick. I can't even... It's crazy. It's crazy. Before I know it, I'll be in Walt Disney World. It'll be next year and I'll be in Walt Disney World. It's crazy. But if you want that Disney kick, this is a great way to do it. You can do it in a day, kind of do as much as you want or as little as you want, you know, just kind of prioritise. So I knew I wanted to meet Jessie, and I knew I wanted to meet Thunder Mesa Mickey, and I knew I wanted to do Phantom Manor since obviously it reopened. It's a lot darker and a lot scarier, I will say that. And I knew I wanted to do Peter Pan and Pirates because those two are my key rides for a Disney park. I will always go on Peter Pan and I will always go on Pirates of the Caribbean. And then my dad wanted to do Buzz and he wanted to do Casey Jr. because those are his two favourite rides. So we knew we wanted to do that, and we managed to do all of that while we were there, plus meet Pluto, and I feel like I'm missing a ride. Peter Pan, Pirates, Casey Jr., Buzz... No, I'm not missing a ride at all. No, so we managed to do all the rides we wanted to do, and we managed to do the 2 meet and greets plus Pluto on top of that. The only thing I wanted to do other than that was see Jungle Book Drive, which obviously I didn't get time to see because you will not have time to see the part. If you stay and see the shows, you won't get time to do as like one ride or a meet and greet. So I didn't have time to see Jungle Book Drive or Rhythm of the Pride Lands, but you know, you've got to weigh up the pros and cons. In this case, weigh up the pros and cons. So yeah, you do get your Disney kick. So we still managed to do everything we wanted to do, minus obviously Jungle Book Drive and meet a princess, because the princesses I wanted to meet weren't out. But honestly, it was fantastic being there. It still hasn't quite set in that I was there, but you do get that Disney kick. So, you know, I did cry several times trying to process the fact that I was in Disneyland Paris, and then like crying for 0.2 seconds, then realising I don't have time to cry, we've got a fast pass, let's go. It was basically like that. And then pro number 3, you can have fun, as much fun as you want, and make as many memories. So this kind of goes hand in hand with kind of pro number 2, but it's the same, you know. The thing with Disneyland Paris is you can't help but have fun, you can't help but make memories, and it's just a fantastic time no matter how much time you have there. Yes, like you can't go back to the hotel and nap. yes, you don't have time to really look at the merch and kind of also get it sent back to your hotel, because let's face it, we love that option. Yes, you don't have time to see all the shows and do all the rides and do all the meet and greets, but when you really break it down, like for instance, with my dad, after we met Jesse, I said to him when we were at lunch, Dad, I really want to meet Pluto. He's the one that I want to meet. Pluto's my favourite. You probably can see him, I got this giant Pluto, Sleeping Pluto, while I was there. I wanted to get him in California, but I got him Disneyland Paris instead. Pluto's one of my absolute favourites. I've got another plushie of him here as well. So yeah, I knew I wanted to meet Pluto, and then we had time in the end for me to meet Thundermist and Mickey. So as long as you prioritise, again, if you're going to Walt Disney World, you're kind of doing this as well. You need to prioritise what it is you want to do. But it was fantastic to get lots and lots. I had lots of cuddles. I think I had about 6 or 7 cuddles off Pluto, which was fantastic, and I love him so much. But yeah, you can just have fun and make memories. Like my dad keeps saying, oh, you know, this time, however many days ago, we were in Paris drinking a beer, because we ended up leaving early so my dad could go back to Paris and have a beer, which he is like still raving about to this day. And also, like, you know, my dad got a cuddle off Jessie. Pluto made him get in the photo, so we got Dad in the Pluto photos with me. So it's just those little things like that, those little memories that I won't forget. And meeting Thundermist and Mickey was amazing, and he knew who Shelly May was because I was wearing my Shelly May bag and my Shelly May ears. If you want to see what's in my part bag video, I'll leave that link down below for you. But he knew who Shelly May was, which was fantastic. So it's just like these little memories that I've made, and just spending time with my dad. It's the first time I've done a Disney park with my dad. Obviously I went away with my mum last year, and I went away with my sister to California last year, and then Disneyland Paris, just the 2 of us in 2013 for my 21st birthday. So, you know, I've done trips with them, but never with my dad. So that was really, really great, and I definitely would do it with my dad again. It was really fun, and you get to make lots of memories. So yes, that's my pros and cons. I'll leave a link down below for you in the description bar if you want to show a friend, a family member, a loved one, just anyone you're trying to bribe and corrupt into taking you to Disneyland Paris. I'll leave that down. You could be like, look, we can do this in a day. If you want to catch up with anything, I did film it, my time there, but again, editing, I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit it, but I will keep you guys updated if I can, if that is coming. But if you want to see highlights from my trip, please follow at Aliens in Wonderland on Instagram and at Aliens in Wonder on Twitter. That is mine and my sister's Disney accounts. I'll leave those linked down below for you. There's a highlight reel of my trip on Tuesday, and also if you want to follow me and my silliness from the trip, it's at vintage_spikes on both Twitter and Instagram. So thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. I hope if any of you guys are thinking about doing Disneyland Paris in a day, it's definitely worth it. I will leave the blog post webpage down below that I followed to get from Gare du Nord to Marne Valley. But basically, it's you get to Gare du Nord, walk to the other side, get your tickets, get the REB South to Châtelet-le-House, and then Châtelet-le-House get the RA train to Marne Valley, and again it's just the same on the way back. I will say though, when you get to Gare du Nord coming off the RERB train, you're just a bit like coming back, you're like, where am I? Just keep walking and you'll get to where you are, so just keep walking straight. That's all I can advise. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.